Welcome to the deep dive. We cut through the noise, get you the essential insights from, well, the most compelling research and articles out there,
Right.
all crafted just for you. Today, we're tackling a question that honestly keeps cropping up for business leaders everywhere. How do you actually scale operations? How do you drive growth without constantly being under the gun to hire more people?
Especially now, right? With talent shortages, budget constraints, it's tough. We're going to explore a solution that's pretty transformative. It's really changing how companies work.
Absolutely. And that transformation really comes down to this core idea, agentic AI teams. So this deep dive is definitely for you if you're, say, a startup founder looking for that lean growth, or maybe a CTO scouting new productivity tools, or an ops leader dealing with a hiring freeze. And look, these aren't just buzzwords we're throwing around. We're talking about a real path to scalable operations, a leaner workforce. It's quite practical.
Exactly. So our mission today is pretty clear. We want to unpack how these autonomous AI agents are becoming, well, digital workers, really. They're performing complex business tasks, often with surprisingly little human oversight. It's kind of ushering in a new era of, let's call it scalable productivity. And it's genuinely reshaping how enterprises function. We'll get into what they are, where they're already working in the real world, the benefits, yeah, but also the challenges, and crucially, a framework, a practical way for you to maybe start thinking about this. Okay, so let's unpack that term first. Agentic AI teams. We hear automation, we hear generative AI all the time. How are these AI teams actually different? What makes them distinct from, say, the automation we already have or the LLMs everyone's experimenting with?
Right, that's the fundamental question, isn't it? And it points to a real shift. So, agentic AI teams are essentially groups of autonomous AI agents. Now, unlike traditional automation, think rigid if this, then that rules, or generative AI, which is brilliant for creating content, these agentic AIs are designed differently. They can perform tasks, even whole workflows, independently. And they do this by mimicking human-like decision-making, the key difference, their ability to reason, to adapt when things change, and importantly, to learn from what they do.
Learn, so
Yeah.
they actually get better over time.
Exactly. It's not just following a script. They
Mhm.
interpret a goal, break it down into smaller steps, figure out the best tools for each step, and yes, learn from failures too. Often they use something called a reasoning loop combined with memory, sort of like how we might tackle a problem and refine our approach. And what's really interesting is you can group these agents logically, maybe by department. So finance has its agents, marketing has theirs. They operate autonomously, but still align with the bigger company strategy.
Wow, okay. So you mentioned tools. Are you saying they can just plug into the software we already use, like Slack, or our ERP system, like SAP?
That's precisely where it gets incredibly powerful, yes. Agentic AI integrates, often quite seamlessly, with the SaaS tools businesses rely on daily. Think Slack for team comms, SAP for core business processes, HubSpot for managing customer relationships. You essentially create this virtual workforce that doesn't need coffee breaks, operates 24/7. It's tiring.
A 247 virtual workforce, that's a big deal.
It is. And this isn't science fiction anymore. It's happening now. And the forecasts, they really highlight the speed of this change. By 2028, the projection is that something like 33%, a third of enterprise software apps will have agentic AI built in. Compare that to less than 1% back in 2024. That's a massive leap. It shows this is becoming mainstream fast.
Okay, a third of enterprise apps. That's huge. So it's not just theoretical. Where are we actually seeing this make a difference today? Can we look at some specific examples?
Absolutely. Let's connect it to the real world. Agentic AI is already transforming various business functions. It's delivering, measurable results. We can walk through a few key departments to see how it plays out.
Great. Let's make it concrete. Where should we start? Maybe customer support. That seems like a prime area.
Good starting point.
Yeah.
Yeah, customer support is seeing huge changes. Take Jamf. They manage Apple devices for businesses. They built an AI assistant called Caspernicus.
Clever
Bernick.
name. Okay.
Right. And it operates right inside Slack, helping their own employees with software support issues. The results are pretty striking. Over 70% of their employees use it regularly, and it's significantly cut down the number of support calls landing on the engineering team's plate.
70% adoption.
Yeah.
Wow. So it's actually being used. What kind of tasks does it handle?
A range, really. It does the initial triage, answers common FAQs, processes simple claims. Basic stuff, but time-consuming. But it's also smart enough to know when to escalate a complex issue to a human expert. It's like having this always available, very patient junior support agent.
That makes sense. Freeing up the human experts for the really tricky problems.
What about other areas like Finance. Lots of repetitive tasks there.
Oh, definitely. Finance is another big one. AI agents are really changing back-office operations. Think about invoice reconciliation. Tedious, right? Agents can automate that, meticulously cross-checking bank statements against accounting records. Super precise. And it's not just the time savings, though that's huge. It's also about drastically reducing errors. Human error is just less likely.
Fewer errors in finance is always good news.
Always. And it goes beyond reconciliation. These agents can help with financial risk management, spotting trends or anomalies humans might miss. They can even assist with adaptive financial planning. So it's not just cost-cutting. It's elevating the finance team, making their roles more strategic, more analytical.
Okay, support finance. What about something more physical, like manufacturing? Yeah, manufacturing is fascinating too. AI agents are showing up on the factory floor, digitally at least. They can monitor machinery performance in real time, picking up on tiny inefficiencies or potential problems way before they become serious breakdowns. And when they detect something, they can automatically schedule predictive maintenance.
Predictive maintenance, so fixing things before they break.
Exactly, minimizing that costly, unplanned downtime. Keeping production lines running smoothly, it boosts efficiency, ensures consistent output, and cuts down on those unexpected repair costs.
You know, hearing these examples support finance, manufacturing, there seems to be a common pattern emerging.
There absolutely is. The common thread is integration. These agentic AI systems plug into the tools businesses already use. Zendesk for support, SAP for finance, maybe HubSpot for marketing, Siemens MindSphere on the factory floor.
Yeah.
Whatever the stack is. And because they integrate deeply, they drive very specific, measurable results. We're talking faster response times, fewer mistakes, better customer engagement, smoother internal processes, optimized inventory, better resource use, just overall improved efficiency. It's really about augmenting the existing setup, making everything work better.
Augmentation, not just replacement. That's a key point. So, okay, the technology is cool, the examples are impressive, but let's talk bottom line. For the people listening, for their organizations, what are the tangible benefits here? Why should they seriously consider this agent-based scaling? What are the real wins?
Right, the business case. It boils down to some pretty significant advantages, directly hitting those challenges we mentioned up front. First off, reduce labor costs. Automating repetitive tasks obviously lowers operational expenses. That's the straightforward part. But maybe the deeper insight is how it reframes human roles. It often pushes teams towards higher value work, strategic thinking, creativity stuff they couldn't get to before because they were bogged down in routine tasks.
So it's not just about cutting jobs, but making the remaining jobs more valuable.
Precisely. And employees seem to see it too. There's data suggesting around 79% of employees feel AI agents positively impact business performance. Not just saving money, but making everyone more effective.
Okay, cost reduction, value uplift. What else?
Well, scalable operations. This is huge for growth. AI agents can handle way more work without needing more staff. This means you can grow faster, grab market opportunities without hitting those hiring walls. It's a real competitive edge.
No hiring bottlenecks. That sounds appealing.
Definitely. Then there's the always-on availability. These agents work 24/7, nonstop. So that means customer support around the clock, inventory getting managed overnight, financial reports generated instantly, continuous operation. And all this leads directly to faster cycle times. Automation just speeds things up, resolving issues faster, moving products quicker, generating insights sooner. It really boosts the whole operational velocity.
Reduce costs, scalability, always on service, faster processes.
Yeah.
Sounds incredibly promising, but it can't all be upsides, surely. What are the catches, the risks? What do businesses need to watch out for?
That's a crucial question. It's definitely not risk-free. There are significant considerations.
Yeah, like what are the main hurdles people face when they try to implement this?
Okay, well, number one is probably oversight. You absolutely need strong governance. How do you ensure these agents make ethical, accurate decisions? It's not set and forget. You need ongoing monitoring. You need humans in the loop for review, clear rules for when an agent needs to hand off to a person. Trust is key, and that requires oversight.
Like managing a smart apprentice, you said earlier. Give autonomy, but verify.
Exactly. Then there's data quality. AI agents are trained on data. If your data is poor quality, incomplete, or biased, well, garbage in, garbage out. Bad data leads to bad outcomes, inaccurate decisions, and that erodes trust very quickly. So data hygiene is paramount.
Makes sense. And security must be a big one too, right? Connecting AI to core systems.
Huge. Security is critical. Integrating AI opens up new pathways, potentially new vulnerabilities. Data breaches, unauthorized access. These are real risks. You need robust security measures from day one. Strong encryption, strict access controls, continuous monitoring. It's managing a new digital workforce, and that includes securing it.
Okay. Oversight, data, security, anything else?
Yes, coordination. Imagine you have multiple agents, maybe across different departments, working on related processes.
Yeah.
How do you make sure they work together effectively? You need sophisticated orchestration tools and strategies to ensure they don't conflict, duplicate effort, or work at cross purposes. Without good coordination, you could actually reduce efficiency.
So managing the AI team itself becomes a task.
It does. But by thinking about these challenges, oversight, data, security, coordination right from the start, businesses can navigate them effectively. It's about being proactive and thoughtful in the implementation.
Right. This is incredibly helpful. For those listening now, maybe thinking, okay, I see the potential, I understand the risks, but how do I actually start? Where does someone begin? Do you have a kind of roadmap?
We do. It's really important to move from understanding to action. So yes, there's a practical, step-by-step framework businesses can follow to implement agentic AI teams strategically.
Okay, let's hear it. What's step one?
Step one is identify use cases. Don't boil the ocean. Start small. Look for tasks that are repetitive, follow clear rules, and currently eat up a lot of human time. Maybe it's that invoice reconciliation in finance or handling basic FAQs and support.
Yeah.
Prioritize tasks where you can get a relatively quick win, high impact, but maybe lower complexity to start. Build momentum and internal buy-in.
Start focused, get a win, makes sense. Then what?
Step two, select AI tools. You need the right platform. Look for tools that explicitly support these agentic capabilities. And crucially, check that they integrate well with your existing software. Your Slack, your SAP, your HubSpot, whatever you rely on. Think about platforms like UiPath, Isera, Salesforce's Agentforce, tools built for this kind of integration and automation. Scalability and compatibility are key here.
Got it. Pick the right tools that play nice with your current systems. Step three.
Step three is develop agents. Now you configure or maybe even develop the AI agents for those specific tasks you identified back in step one. You need to make sure they have secure access to the data and any other tools they need to do their job. And this is critical. Define very clear goals and metrics. What does success look like? Is it reducing response time by X%, cutting errors by Y%? Be specific and measure it.
Develop the agents. Give them clear goals. Okay, what's next? Just let them loose.
Not quite. Step four is test and iterate. This is vital. Don't deploy straight into your live production environment. Start with a controlled pilot, maybe one team, one specific process. See how the agent performs in the real world, but safely. Monitor the results very closely. Gather feedback. Analyze the data. Then refine the agent's behavior. It's a cycle of testing, learning, improving. Continuous iteration.
Test, learn, refine. Like any new process or team member. Okay, assuming the pilot goes well.
Then you move to step five, scale gradually. Once your initial agents are proving successful and reliable, then you can start expanding. Roll them out to other departments, maybe tackle slightly more complex tasks, but do it phase by phase. This measured approach minimizes disruption, helps manage risk, and makes the overall integration smoother across the whole organization.
Scale gradually, not all at once. Good advice. Is that the last step?
One more, and it's crucial, often missed. Step six, establish governance. Right alongside scaling, you need clear rules of the road. Set up formal policies for oversight. Who's responsible? How does data get managed? What are the security protocols? How are humans kept in the loop? Define accountability. Implement robust monitoring systems to track performance ongoing, catch issues early, ensure compliance. This builds trust and ensures you're using AI responsibly and sustainably.
Governance.
Yeah.
Right, that ties back to managing the risk we talked about. Oversight, data, security, coordination, baked into the process.
Exactly. Following this kind of framework really helps maximize the benefits while actively managing the risks.
This has been incredibly insightful. It feels like agentic AI teams really are shifting the conversation about business growth, doesn't it?
It really does. What's so fascinating is how it offers this concrete path to scaling operations without that default assumption of just hiring more and more people. It empowers companies to find new levels of efficiency, cut costs significantly, and frankly, stay highly competitive in a market that's changing faster than ever.
And thinking back to those examples, Jams Kaspernicus, the finance automation, the predictive maintenance and manufacturing, the impact isn't theoretical. It's real. It's measurable. It's happening now. And with that projection, nearly a third of enterprise software having this embedded by 2028, well, the writing seems to be on the wall. Businesses that get started sooner rather than later are likely going to build a real advantage.
Absolutely. Which leads to, I think, a really important question for everyone listening. Given this potential, the 24/7 availability, the faster cycles, the reduced costs, how might agentic AI agents fundamentally change the structure, the capabilities of your team, your organization in the coming years? What could your business achieve if you start strategically building your own digital workforce? What would be your first step? Something to really think about.